Sam, here at the Fly 2024, you've just played your first game. You beat Forge by a single goal. How was that, with it being a tight game?
Yeah, I think for us it was first time being together as a team, and you know, we got some really good leaders on the team, with guys that obviously played in World Games, guys that played in the Fly for the last couple of years, sort of really being that sort of on-field leadership. I think it was really good to see them sort of rally around and sort of coach the guys through the game. It kind of made my job a little easier. But I think the boys really managing the game. I think that was the key message from us coming into the game, was let's just get to know each other. Then it's also, when if it gets into the last quarter and we're in the lead, let's just manage that game.
And what is that like, trying to manage a game when you've got a lead in sixes and you're sort of trying to manage that shot clock, maybe trying to run down the clock a little bit, but then also maintaining that attacking kind of intent?
Well, last year I think it was something stupid, like we were only in the lead for the whole tournament and we ended up winning it for like 2 minutes or something like that, apart from the final obviously, but before that I think we were only in the lead for like a minute or so. So for me, you just can't stop playing. You've got to keep playing for the whole duration of the game, because you get ebbs and swings in the game. And I think that's for us in the last quarter. They came back a little bit at the start of the quarter, and I think we took like 14 shots and 3 goals in the third. That's not really what we wanted at that third quarter, but we were dominating that quarter. But yeah, it's just a case of sort of managing the flow of the game. I think it was more the key message that we're putting in the third quarter.
And your captain, Alex Russell, or one of your captains, scored another bag full of goals today. What's it like having someone who you can rely on like Alex in the team?
Yeah, I think obviously straight away protected player last year. He was a leader last year. I think he's obviously made sixes, his preferred format of the game, and you can see why. Like, he's one of the best players I think in obviously in this country certainly, but also I think he's becoming a really good world-class sixes player, and his leadership obviously speaks for its own on the field there.
And you mentioned that you've not really had time on the field with your players. How is that as an experience? I assume you've had team meetings kind of online, you've got WhatsApp groups, but what is that like then trying to put those things in practice on the field today?
I think we're fortunate in the men's game especially, is the game's so small and everybody knows everybody, so it's not that they've never played together before, it's just they've never played this format before together. So I guess for us, I think offensively we're a little stale. I think we've got to reflect and review that, and we've got to get the sort of partnerships and relationships right for the next weekend. But yeah, I think that for this tournament, I think obviously we'd love to train a couple of times, 3 times for the tournament, but the guys geographically based all over the country, it's difficult. But I think this first weekend's been we've only got 1 game today, but next weekend will be a good weekend for us with 2 games. And opportunity to grow even more.
And just finally, a comment on the venue. We're in Manchester at the Manchester Regional first time. How's that been for you as an experience? You're obviously from the north of England. How's that been? Yeah,
it's great. Obviously we've done a few events here in the past in field lacrosse. I think it's a great venue, in terms of obviously being on the Etihad campus and being so close, obviously the home of England lacrosse being here as well. It's a great facility, and I think also a lot of people have turned out, and I think obviously we're hopefully going to get more as the day progresses. So yeah, I think the sun's out as well, so that's a key for Manchester as well. So it's brilliant, and I think long for it to continue.